Good morning, everybody. Hey, it's Lynn from L&K Stamping Events, and it's me, just little old me today. Kathy's not over here, but that's okay. She's probably watching, so hey, Kathy. We've both been traveling, and we're both kind of a little tired, a little sleepy, but we want to show you some really cool things today. So let me get started right away. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I've got something really special. Right over here, I have my reveal. I got my box from the new Stampin' Up catalog that's coming out right now. If you didn't get one, that's okay. I have a bunch and I'm going to be mailing them. I missed my mailing deadline, but if you want one, you got one. All right, let's flip, and I'm going to start by opening my box. Here we go. I see you, Kathy. Yay. Let me get this fixed just a... Hey, I hope I'm connected. Kathy, am I still connected? Because it kind of made it seem like I disconnected there for a minute. Okay. It says I'm still live. Hey, Marcia. How are you? I was so happy to see you last weekend. What a good time we had at our family reunion. All right. Da, 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 da. I'm going to do this without knocking the camera, maybe. Yeah, I gotta knock the camera. Okay, let's see what I got. Oh, it's a box of fun. I gotta go up. Sorry. Here we go. All right. Ooh, look at these babies. Listen, nothing will help your projects better than a nice set of gems. These are the adhesive-backed metallic gems. Ooh, I love them. All right, and you know I love me some texture. This is the Stampin' Cut and Emboss. This is the embossing folder, Gathering Leaves. Let's see what that looks like. You know, again, texture. What makes a card great? It's composition, it's texture, it's bling. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize this was a big one. This is fantastic. Ooh, I can't wait to use that. Ooh. Okay, what's next? What else did I get? See, I don't even know, okay? You know, it's like when you order on Amazon and the box comes the next day and you're still like, what did I order? What is that in that box? Well, that's the way I am with this. So I'm like a kid in the candy shop. Let's see. Hey, Amy. Good to see you. Miss you, girl. We're going to see each other soon, or you hope you're coming to the Pampered Stamper. All right, autumn dies. Let's see what they are. Let me know if you got some of these too, Amy or Kathy. Don't think so. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Nice. Look at this big one. Oh, my goodness. That is going to make some gorgeous cards. Cannot wait to use that. All right, what else? Branching out dies. Did I order those? Maybe. I guess so. Who knew? It's like a surprise. Surprise box for you. It is a surprise box for me. All right, let's see. Okay. Oh, look at these. Man, these layers are going to look so cute on a card, and so many techniques you can do with that. Leaving a frame. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm glad I got that. I just love being surprised my own self. Okay, what is this? Traditional labels dies. Okay, I think these are the ones. Let me see if I'm right. I should know my names by now, but I don't. I think these are the ones that I've been done on. By the way, while we're doing this, this is the type of case that our stamps are going to start coming in from now on. They're not going to come in the other type of case. Oh, these are great. Look at that. That is just a nice set of label dies. I love the little dots around it. I like that banner so much. Oh, that's a neat one. It's like a tag. That's nice. And they're bigger than I thought they were going to be, so that's good. Not that I remembered that I ordered them. I did not. Hey, Michelle. I was just telling Marcia how much fun we had last weekend at the reunion, and I loved having everybody here. Got to have it at my house, or chez lui, and it was so great. Okay, what is this? Words for the Seasons dies. Oh, I know what these are. So I really, really like word stamps. And yeah, so our new stamps are going to come in these packaging things, and that's good because it's going to take up a whole lot less room in your craft room or in your cart or whatever you have your stuff in. Oh man, check it out. These are so cute. And I'll tell you where we're going to be using these, at the retreat. Kathy and I, she just got back from overseas, Norway. And I just got back from overseas, Oklahoma. So I got just, here's another thing. These guys, these medium envelopes, these are a must-have. You got to have them. There's 40 in a pack, and they're fantastic. All right, check it out. I love my autumn sets. This is definitely going to be featured soon. And then this one I have been wanting. I think this makes some of the most beautiful cards. You just watercolor behind it, stamp on top in black, make a silhouette. I also really like the sentiments. My shoulder is yours. Sending the healing power of love. Sometimes you don't know what to say, so this is just, and sometimes life is hard. Isn't that the truth? You're not alone. I'm here for you. These are good sentiments. I like them. I like them. Okay. This is fun. There's a fun bunch of stuff. Let's see what else. Oh, I was running out of Night and Navy, and oh, here they are. Here's the minis. If you want one, you're going to get one. Let me know if you need me to mail it. I know I need to mail one to Florida. And anybody wants one, you got it. There's so many goodies in here. Should I page through real quick? Okay. Just to give you a little sneaky peeky. Beautiful Christmas dies. Look at that little guy. And I bet Kathy and I are going to walk you through this on another live. But yes, there's so many cute things in here. Look at that. This is the one I just showed you. The little labels. I didn't get that set because I don't really do a lot with Christmas cards, but I like the dies. I love anything that makes a little scene. Yeah, we'll go through that more in detail later. And I knew I was getting this. Check out this beautiful ribbon. It's mossy meadow colored trim. And then this paper. So you'll see more of that too. And this is the toile. What is it called? Autumn toile. Yes, that's how you say that. Je parle un petit peu français, so it's toile. Earth and Tones metallic paper. Okay, this, oh, you can't see it, but it's like coppery, and it's going to be so cool cut out with those dies. Yes, a box full of fun. Okay, hope you enjoyed watching me go through my things. Get excited. And now I got to get all this out of the way so we can make some cards. Guys, I've got some really, really cute cards to show you today. So let me get rid of all of this. Bye-bye till later. Okay. Now, today I'm going to feature, let me see if you can see me. There we go. Make sure I'm on the camera. So today I'm going to feature this paper right here. This is the Beautiful Gallery 6x6, and I just love it. And it just has all these gorgeous papers. I flipped some so you can see them. Let me go upside down here. It is to die for. Really beautiful stuff. I love it. Okay, and let me show you what we're gonna make. So I follow somebody named what's her name? I wrote it down. But she's a Sunny Day Stampers. And she made this beautiful set of cards. And, you don't have to think of every idea in the world. Follow some favorite people. Pinterest is your friend. All you have to do is put in the name. Just put down beautiful gallery 6x6 or Stampin' Up, and a bunch of things will come up. But I saw these cards, okay, on Sunny Day Stamper, and I'm like, I have got to show that. I've got to do that. And I'll use this Unbounded Love set. That's not the set she used, but I didn't have the set she used. So, you know, you always have to adjust and make do with what you have, supplement with some key things, and you don't have to have everything in the world. Yes, I'm saying that. Believe it or not. It's true. I want it all, but I don't get it all. Okay, so here's what we're making. We're making a set of cards using this paper. Little flip. I didn't put a sentiment on because sometimes I like to wait. May all your wishes come true. Look at this one. This is DC, and I grew up near DC, so this just makes me, maybe somebody else's state capital. I don't know, but it just makes me happy. We're doing this little flip today, and then here's the other one. Celebrate. I love doing a set of cards. You can make a little folder for them, which I've posted before, and I meant to get to that, but hey, travel happened, so didn't get to do that. All right, so let me show you how to make this cool card, and I appreciate so much Sunny Day Stampers sharing with us so that I can do, and I'll put a link to her original post in my card. Okay, here's the one we're going to use. Let's use this paper. Isn't that pretty? So I very rarely, okay, very rarely will, thanks, Kathy. I see you put the link in. I'm not sure if you put the link to this exact one, but I'll do that if she didn't. So, you know, you look at a piece of paper and you're like, it's so pretty, I don't want to cut it, right? And Kathy and I always say, love it, chop it. Love it, chop it. So how do you chop this paper, and how do you know if you're going to make a card like this, like how do you know where to center it and what to do? So she had this really cool idea. I thought it was great. She used a piece of acetate, and you can get that acetate right out of your stamps. That's the one your stamps come on, and sometimes I stick them to the back of the container itself, so I don't need that acetate, and I do always save it. Or you can just use any acetate or a piece of packaging for that matter. And she had it marked 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So she could take this and kind of place it on her card and decide what she was going to cut out and how it was going to highlight it. So I thought that was so brilliant. So she used the piece of acetate. She put the measurements right on it, which I love. And then she used her marker to kind of go just edge it just a little, just run it along the edge. That way you have, see, kind of a line. And you can see what you're doing. Okay, so let's do it. Here's the one we're going to use, and I'm going to take my little, and because we're going up and down, okay, I'm going to use my template and center it just the way I want it. I want a little bit of the vase. I definitely want the flowers, and I definitely want that. Now, I did make one modification. I marked it at 3 1/8 and 4 1/4, just so that I knew where the centers were, so I could center it also. You can tell, I don't know if you can see my little mark there, but I put a little mark there and there. Okay, so I'm going to just center it. Let's say, all right. And then you can do it 2 ways. You can just lay it straight onto the, in your cutter, or you can do what I'm about to do. And I'm just going to mark it. I'm going to mark it here and here. Mark it here and here. And then I can cut it. All right, come on over, cutter. So your first cut, yes, I'm going to do the top because I don't think you can see the bottom. Maybe you can. Okay, I'm going to mark this here, take this off. I know it's hard to cut paper, babe. I know, but just do it. And look what's happening on the back. See how pretty? You can use that on your envelope. You can use that on another card. So, yeah, still good stuff. Okay, now I already know that I'm going to move over, right? 3 1/4. So I'm going to move over 3 1/4. Okay, make sure I'm lined up with the pencil marks that I made. Actually, I don't really see them right now, but I know I'm through 3 1/4. Okay. slice. Don't you worry, little guy. I'm going to use you later. Don't worry. Okay, now I'm going to take off just a little off the top here. I had it marked. My little pencil lines. All right, and now I know that I'm also coming over 4.5. So I'm going to come over 4.5. I don't know. I can't keep numbers in my head anymore, so I have to have them like visible. It's just the way it is. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That's cute. Okay, now let's cut the base while I have my thing here. So I'm going to cut my paper, and it's just a regular 8.5 by 11. And this is actually, is it basic gray? Yes, basic gray. I rarely use this color, so I'm excited to actually use this color. And I'll give you a little hint. If you're making multiple cards, you're gonna know, you're gonna make multiple cards. Go ahead and mark it. Go ahead and score it, at 4.5. Long ways, hot dog ways, because you're gonna cut it anyway, and you'll already be pre-scored. You'll see what I mean. So I'm gonna score it. Okay. And be careful with that old cutter versus scoring blade. And as a matter of fact, prepping for this, I actually made that mistake. Now I'm going to move over to my 5.5. And now I can cut. And I'm already pre-scored. And then I'm pre-scored for the next card. Okay, so here's my card base as per usual. Okay, now I'm going to cut off 1.25 inches. So you're going to cut 1.25 to make this just a little shorter on one side. Okay, we save that piece. We're going to need that piece. That 1.25 piece. And look, we've got a card base for a little bit of a fun fold, so to speak. All right, and I take this and I'm going to mark that at 3.5. I'm going to score it, So I'm going to go to 3.5. Make sure you know the difference between your cut blade and your scoring blade. Score. And that's going to create a little fold. I'm going to fold that down like that. Okay? There you go. Now let's get our card base back again. And we're going to emboss. Okay? But we're only going to emboss this flap. You don't want to emboss the whole thing. So we're going to use the damask. Yes, that's how you say that too. This is the Damask Designs embossing folder. And what's cool about this one is it goes all the way down to the edge. Some of the embossing folders you have to kind of look to see, like at the top, they don't come all the way to the top. So if you stick your cardstock all the way to the top, you're missing a piece of embossing and you have to slide it down. But here, this one I love because it goes all the way down. So I'm going to load it up like this. I'm going to do partial embossing. Okay, and you put it in like this. Hold it out. And then use your score line. Hold it up tight so you can see. Use your score line here and line it up so you get it like that. And now you can emboss it. Now, y'all, I am not going to pick up that big old machine again. You can see what I'm doing. And put it like that. Get it all lined up. Get your plates on. And run it through. But through the magic of television, I already have one embossed. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. So I'm going to take and look how pretty. Isn't that pretty? Okay, back to the design. Take my design. Let's see. I hope I'm organized. I'm going to try to be organized here. Maybe not. Okay. That's all right. I'm going to take my design and I'm going to make sure I have a nice background piece. And I'm going to use a very vanilla. It's a very vanilla piece. And we're just going to, we know that if this is 3.25 by 4.5, just going to do 1/2 inch bigger on each one. Okay. So this was at 3.25. See, I'm telling you, I got to have my numbers right there. So now I'm going to go 3.5. Hey, that's okay. can do what you got to do. Okay, and then I'm going to go 4 3/4. I love my cutter. If you don't have a cutter, you need a cutter. Okay. And now I've got a nice little mat for my image. Okay. Throw that over here. Let's glue. Remember to keep your glue uncapped, people. It's okay. Uncapped and upside down in a glass jar, shot glass, plastic thing, something. Because then when you pull it out, because it was sticking face down, the little glue kind of got stuck to the bottom, and it opens up every time. And it keeps it very nice. I'll line that up. Of course, I'm doing it on top of the card, which I shouldn't do. All right. And there you go with that one. And we're going to line it up. And remember, you're only going to glue this side so that it sticks down. Careful about your sides. I'm going here, here, here. Smear, smear, smear. And do go to the edges and just give it a little pull so it sticks. And line it up. There you go with that. Okay, next up. We're going to get our piece. Where'd he go? Where did my little piece go? You guys can probably see it on the camera, and I can't see it. Here he is. This one wasn't scored, though, so I got to score it at 3.5. I scored at 3.5. I don't think that's the original piece I had. I think that went by somewhere. I found you. Okay, now you're going to glue this down. And the way I do, I use the grid mat. Use my grid mat for a little bit of measuring. So I wanted it to be like 3/4 of an inch. So I know this is 3/4 of an inch. And this really helps you line up your layers too. Using your grid mat is like awesome. Okay. I'm going to stick it in here, and the glue gives you a minute. I do like to go fast sometimes with the adhesive tapes, but the glue gives you a minute to really get it on. So that's at 3/4, and I'm going to use my minute of glue to just make sure that the edge is nice and smooth, and my flap goes over like that. Cool? Cool. Right, and then here's my insert, which again, I'm not going to put a message on right now. I like to wait and put the message on later. I always get stuff going around. Okay. Let me put that on. And I can't wait till this set is done. I think this would be a really nice set to give as a gift. And the nice thing about this paper is you get 4 sheets of each one. So you got plenty to play with. You can do this and have multiples. I'm just going to smooth that edge. By the way, if your cut edge is a little bumpy like that, you can either just take your fingernail down it or use your bone folder. Let me slide that right into place. That's why we love the glue. Okay? And flap it over, and let's put a message on. Actually, I do have an inside message sitting here, so I will use it. Here's my basic gray. By the way, pop it open, slide it in, lock it. All right, so let's see. What did I pick? Let's not get it upside down. It's going to say, feel better soon. So photopolymer, I like to hold down for a little second and make sure it's not perfectly straight. If you want, flip it over. You know why it's not straight? Because I didn't get it on the thing straight. There we go. That'll help. Okay. Nope. It's curvy. Put it down. I know what to do. Just don't do it sometimes. If you just drop it on your thing, you can get it even. Pick it up even, and then you know it'll stamp even. Let's try that. Yay! Much more better. Like I said, just run your finger down it or get your bone folder and run down it. Okay, we're going to add a bow. You don't have to get stressed out about a bow. We're not going to tie a bow. We're just a bow. We're just going to tie a knot. I'll show you a little trick to that. So go ahead and put a piece of, put a snot dot or I don't know what those things are called. Peel it off. And that way, when you go to do your knot, and notice I didn't even cut this off the roll yet, because when I'm doing it for myself, I don't cut it off the roll. I don't know how much I might need. So I'm going to stick it down like that. And that way it'll stay when I go to tie the knot and not slip around. All right, and I'm just going to give it one knot. If you want to put a bow in, you can also just tie it around the back and then and snip it and then add another piece. I'll show you that some other day. And I'm just going to tie my knot. You can also tie a bow in the air and just put it on with a glue dot. All right, and knots are very forgiving. Okay, there you go. We're going to snip that. I don't know where my snips are. I'll use my big scissors. Okay, feel better soon. Let's get our card back over here. Now we're going to mount that. Of course, you know, I'm not doing a card without dimensionals. Duh. I got to use dimensionals. Put your dimensionals on. I find 3 to be quite adequate. Okay, let's put them on there. Nope, slide it over. Okay, I think that's not quite, I didn't cut it right. Here. All right, now, still not done. What do we got to have? It ain't no thing without that bling. Let's bling these. I adore these. These are called the antique pearls, and they are just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I'm going to use my push tool. It's called a pick tool, but I like to call it a push tool because you get out your little end and then back it off so that it doesn't keep squirting out of there. You just need a tiny little bit. Here, I won't show you the dirty side. I'll show you the clean side. All right, and I'm going to push like that, and it picks it up and it holds it in the air for you. And that way you can kind of decide where you're going to put it. I'm going to do a couple more. 3s and 5s. That's the key. And a little triangle. Yeah, I don't know. Could I do 5 on this one? Maybe. I don't know. All right, here we go. Here's our cards. Get all my mess out of the way. What do you think? Do you like this little design? Isn't that cute? Oh, I forgot the inside. Let me put the inside in real quick because I did have an inside for this. This is going to say, "You're a true blessing." And I know exactly who I'm sending this one to or taking it to. There you go. Boom. Little something there. Oh, I'm a perfectionist. If you didn't know that already, I like to use this little glue eraser. Miracle. Miracle. Da 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 da. Look at that. Look at these, right? They are so pretty. I hope you like this project. I hope you're inspired to do something where you get your template here and use the paper you have. Find a good spot, cut it out, make a few of these and post them. If you make some of these, post it. So we would love to see what you create with this idea. All right, my friends, we love you all. I'll flip back. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Do some stamping or something creative. Feeds the soul. Thanks, guys. Bye.